everybody? What up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. Everybody, it's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is the Undoing Season 1, Episode 4. Y'all, let me tell you something. Jonathan ain't shit. Okay? That boy is sick. That boy had me feeling sorry for him last week. I mean, I guess he really do put a spell on people, honey. So this episode had a lot to unfold. I don't know who did it. I got a couple of theories, but I don't know who did it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we start off this episode seeing Grace walking around the night of the murder. She has that gold dress on. She's walking through the city. This woman just be walking through the city all times of the night by herself. I mean, I think that's kind of unrealistic, but I guess she walking through the city all times of the night. She got the dress on. We see her pass through and that where they have the camera footage. Now we see that she's talking with her lawyer, Miss Haley Fitzgerald, okay, Annalise Keaton Jr. So she's asking her, why do you be walking around the city, girl, at night, girl, okay? And she's like, that's how I ground myself. I ground myself in that way. And she was like, girl, so don't you find it weird that you're grounding yourself at the footsteps of your husband's bludgeon's mistress's house? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so basically she tells her, girl, the police do not think you a suspect anymore because not only do they have footage of you doing that, they have footage of you walking all over the city all times of the night. So, right after the murder and all that kind of stuff. So, but they do think you withholding. And she was like, why do they think I'm withholding? She was like, because, girl, that's what rich people do, girl. They withhold so they can protect their family. They can protect their public image. They can protect everything that they need to protect. And because they're rich, they think they can get away with the shit, okay? So that's why they think you withholding a girl, sis. And she was like, no, you're joking. She was like, bitch, I don't joke. I'm not funny, girl. I know what you're talking about, okay? So would it be cool, like, if I said you did it? And she was like, what you mean? She was like, you joking, right? She was like, nah, I'm not joking, girl. Like, I'm not joking, sis. Like, I'm dead ass, okay? Like, I don't tell jokes. I live for her. She says, do you have any more secrets that you need to tell me? Anything else that's going on? Any more lies? She was like,
no, I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else to tell you.
She was like, okay, girls, don't you withhold for me ever, good sis. Not ever. It's because if it comes down to it, I might have to, put you on the stand. And she was like, put me on the stand, girl. You're not gonna put me on the stand. I'm not about to testify. She goes home until she tells Franklin that she doesn't like Haley. And he was like, I don't give a damn if you like her. You're not supposed to like her, girl. Lawyers are like mechanics. You hired him to do a job and she can do the job. And he tells her, well, what can I do for you? I mean, what's wrong with you? Because she always saying she fine. The lady asks if she needs something to eat. She says she fine. And she was like, well, what I could use is some unconditional love and support from my father. And he was like, okay, you can tell he feels guilty. Back down to the prison, Jonathan has a visit with Miss Fitzgerald. He thanks her for everything that she's doing. She asks him, how did he get the bruise? And he tells her that he was attacked by one of his friends. And she was like, so you bit him? And he was like, I mean, it was self-defense. Of course it was self-defense. Like at this point, the prick is starting to come out. He says, okay, well, I need to get you out of jail because it's going to make you look better for your case. Do you have any family or anything that can get you some money? And he was like, no, I don't have any family. Well, why you don't have no family? Why I'm estranged from them? Or why you estranged from them? Well, I haven't talked to them since I left college. They're not going to have enough money to help me get out of jail. She was like, okay, well, fine. Are there any more Elenas? And she was like, one. Yeah, there was one more person, and it was just a one-off. And she was like, are you sure there's not any more? He was like, no, there's not any more. I promise there's not any more. So, I feel like this person is Sylvia. I'm just going to go ahead and say it because Sylvia is all in their damn business all the time. And her and him seem to be looking at each other in the damn courthouse. And I was just like, well, why is she all up in their business? I know she her friend, but girl, you be wanting to know everything that's going on, girl. Like, you doing a whole lot, good sis. So I think that she was the one-off that he had. And it probably was a whole lot more than that than what he telling. But, I think that Sylvia has something going on with the good doctor, baby. She says, I'll be able to, represent you better if I'm not surprised. Please tell me if there's anything going on. And he says, no, there was nothing else. There was no one going. And she says, oh, you sad fuck. And he was like, you trying to be funny? And she was like, no, I'm not funny. I don't tell jokes. I don't know what you're talking about. I live for her. I live for this lady. Grace goes back to that restaurant that she loves to go to. And now she's meeting with the Beaver again. You remember that lawyer from last week, the one who lost the case? And she asks him, does he think that Jonathan is a killer? And he was like, that's why you brought me here, child. I mean, I think he's an asshole, but I don't think he's like a killer. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's somebody who would kill anybody. Back at the art gallery, Grace gets she's visiting Franklin. Haley said that Jonathan needs to get out of jail. So now she's asking her dad for money. He like, okay, I guess it's where this unconditional support is supposed to kick in. So the next morning we see him get up and he goes down to the jail to talk to Jonathan. He's like, listen, I'm gonna get your ass up out of jail. But if you do anything else to hurt my grandson or my daughter, I'm going to hunt you down and I'm going to kill you my damn self. Okay, so play with me if you want to, baby. But you going to catch this lead. You understand what I'm trying to say, baby? You going to be like, you going to be out of there, boo. Jonathan tells him thank you, and he was like, I'm going to make it right with your daughter. I'm going to make it right with Henry, and I'm going to make it right with you. Franklin looks at him like, bitch, you could never. Get out my damn face. He was like, bitch, let's go. So we then see Jonathan, he's leaving jail, and it was like the reporters all over the place, and he tells the media that he looks forward to clearing his name, and in the media, he looks forward to clearing his name. So Henry was going to school. Now, he bumps into Miguel by accident, and so he reaches out and he's like, hi. He reaches out, well, he says sorry, and then he says hi. He reaches out to shake his hand, and Miguel like looks at him like he crazy. So then we see him in the principal's office, and the principal is like, well, what happened? He's trying to find out, interactive. What did you say to him, or why did you say sorry? And he was like, well, you know, I bumped into him on an accident. Well, I said sorry because of the 5 C's or whatever they teach him at the school. I did it out of courtesy. So I couldn't tell if Henry was giving me like, I'm trying to intimidate you vibes, or he was actually like kind of feeling kind of awkward. I don't know what y'all thought about that interaction. I'm feeling like Henry might have did that shit, like low key. I don't know. He a little boy though. How you blitzing somebody to death? Like he look like he can't bust a grape. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it could be him. It could be her husband. Like it could be her husband. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know who it could be. Like I literally have no idea who it could be. Like at this point, it could be anybody. So we see Grace talking to Franklin, and he's basically saying, listen, I'm feeling some type of way about this Bill and Jonathan. I'm not going to be the broker that's going to put y'all two back together. You know, I never liked his ass. I don't like him. I always felt like you kept saying he was perfect for you. Was he actually perfect for you, or did you just tell him everything you wanted and he became whatever it is you wanted so that you felt he was perfect for you? Says he's upset with himself for not putting up a fight, and she tells him that they want to kick Henry out of school. They want him to be homeschooled until all the trial and everything is over with. And then the maid comes and tells them that the police are back. So the problem with me in this series is that they never show the police doing like police work. We always just see them stumble in with some kind of weird ass evidence, you know, with no proof and no backing or anything. I don't know, child. So they come in and he says, we hate to be a nuisance when you a damn nuisance. And, you know, she kind of goes back and forth with him now because now she knows that they're not really looking at her as a suspect anymore. So she tells him something ain't their business. He was like, girl, my business, your business, his business, her business, all this shit is our business. I don't know what you talk about. So the police officer was like, okay, so you ever talk to Elaine on the phone? And she was like, and it was like, girl, like she called your phone buku times. So like you ain't never talked to her on the phone. She was like,
I ain't never talked to her on the phone or no other kind of phone, no cell phone, no landline. I ain't never sent her no smoke signal, no Morse codes. I ain't talked to the bitch at all, okay? I told you I was on a committee with that hoe, and that's it. I don't know why y'all keep coming over here with that bug.
Okay, and they was like, well, one more thing. You ever been to her house? Did you know she was a painter? And she was like, yeah, I mean, you know, I seen on news. And he was like, you ever been to her house? You ever posed for her? Because you see this picture right here? Do you see this picture right here? They was like, it was a picture of her, this oil paint. And I was like, y'all are trying me, okay? I'd have been like, arrest me, bitch. If you gonna keep coming over here, because I am tired of you. Y'all are trying me tonight, bitch. Where is the detective work? I want to see the detective do some damn work because I want to see what's going on down to the police station, bitch, because I am over this shit, okay? Don't come to my house no more unless you finna arrest me, baby. I don't have time. Good night, officer. Good evening. Grace talked to Jonathan about the porch when they're on another damn walk, okay? So, and he's like,
no, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
She lying. He lying, girl. Like, I knew she was obsessed with me. I did. But, you know, he talking about something, well, what's the police got to say? You know, what the police saying? I mean, he's like, y'all, he's trash. Like, you can't see this? I'm like, Grace, girl. She says she doesn't know. They just been asking a whole bunch of damn questions. We don't know, child. They just pop up at the end of every episode with some bogus-ass evidence, okay? Listen, we're going to get through this. And he grabs her hand, and she's like, Jonathan, listen. we not together no more. Like, I don't know what you think is going on, but we're not about to get back together. You know what I'm saying? I know that you think I love you and I love you, but my mind is stronger than my heart. You know that about me. Like, you know that about me. So you might not be a murderer, but you damn sure ain't my husband. You ain't gonna never be my husband, okay? Okay, baby. He says, you know, I just hope that we can find our way back to, back to each other. You know, our love we have and what we have, we can't undo it. She said, but you found a way to undo it. I was like, hashtag
The undoing. Bam.
he tries to like hug her and she's like,
No, Jonathan, no.
we did see Henry watching some videos. You know, somebody was on there talking about his father and like respect to white privilege and being able to bludgeon somebody to death and being able to get out on bond. Like, bludgeoning someone to death is a violent crime and you probably shouldn't get out on bond at all. You should be like a danger to society if you're around here busting people to the white meat in the head. You know what I'm saying? But they let him out of jail and that's privilege, and so that's disgusting. So Henry is kind of like turning into like, you know, he's really into the media. I can't tell where his head is at. I think he loves his father and obviously he supports his father. But I think that at least now he's getting a balance, or he's getting another side to the situation. Franklin runs into Sylvia outside of the school and she's trying to get into the business and she's asking about how, you know, Grace is doing. And he's like, listen, I don't know. You know, Grace don't tell me. I don't know. She fine. She always say she fine. She's always talking about she damn fine. I don't know how she is. He was like, okay, good. My dude is here. So he goes into the school and he talks to the headmaster. So the headmaster says he feels like it'll be distraction for Henry to be at the school while this is going on, and they need to remove him and they need to have him in homeschool. Now it's above him now. You know what I'm saying? The board said, bitch, he got to go home. I don't know where he gonna go, but he got to get up out of here. Homeboy was like, listen, I don't know what you thought this was, okay? I don't have no problem getting money to school because, you know,
Franklin love the kids.
but what I came here to tell you today, boys and girls, is that
What the fuck we ain't gonna do is kick my grandson out of no damn school. You got me all the way messed up, okay?
I'm a sucker, okay? I'm a sucker. I'm a old school. I said, uh-oh. He said the one who will mess over everybody, and he said somehow you ain't met ugly, your mama ugly, and you ain't seen ugly yet, or something like he said. I said, child, he ain't playing, baby. Ain't that the man from the Lord of the Rings? Baby, he ain't playing. The Harry Potter, bitch. I don't know. It's the Lord. Which one is it, y'all? See Grace ass walking again. I said, if Grace don't go sit her ass down somewhere, I know something. It's walking around again, honey. Just walking all over the city. Just walking, just walking, just walking, just walking. And we see that at some point that Elena's husband was following her. He was walking too. He was following behind her. But she ends up at a park or something. Some kids is playing, honey. And she's just like,
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
she didn't do all of that, y'all, but she fell out. Fell out, and the people was looking at her like, oh shit, what's going on? She done fell out. Look at that. We see Henry and Franklin going to the hospital to go see her, and then we see Jonathan run down on everybody. He's like,
Oh my God, where she's? Oh my God, where is she? I need to see her.
I was like, Jonathan, you doing absolutely the most. He was putting 20 on 10. And when he got in the room, let me tell you who Franklin was. Franklin was us. Because Franklin was looking like...
Here he go with the...
He was like, let me see. Let me look in your eyes. You're going to be... Oh my gosh, you're going to be... Okay, you're going to be okay. Oh, I'm so good to see you. So good to see you, Henry. And you know, he was looking at him like...
Get some... Whatever.
Once again, Sylvia's on the phone with Grace trying to find out what happened, all up in the business, talking about, well, you know, they can have a little sleepover or whatever, you know, with some booze or whatever. Do she want to come sleep over this week? Like, why are you all in their business? Why do you want to know so damn bad? You see Henry practicing his violin. He's getting even better. The song is getting a lot better. Maybe I just noticed that because I'm a music teacher, but he has gotten better. And Franklin comes into the room and he sits down and talks to him, and he says that, you know, most kids in the school want to play the drums. He want to play the guitar, you know, stuff like that, but he likes to play the violin because the violin is different. I heard you left your foot on whatever the dude's name. I left your footprint on his head, and he was like, he's a putz. And he got up and walked out the room. So you kind of see that Henry kind of liked this power. Like, I don't know if y'all see, this is what like privilege, it breeds that kind of stuff. Like, I think I could just talk to me, but now, you know, Henry was on the right team. He was fighting for the good for his grandchild, which anybody would do for their grandchild. I mean, the kids ain't got nothing to do with the fact that their parents is damn crazy, okay? Unless that little boy killed that lady. Okay, like I need to know. Why is you telling this boy sorry? Did you kill his mama? Like, what is the tea? I need to know, honey. What y'all think? I don't know. Baby, then we see the most unrealistic scene to me. I'm not gonna lie. This was totally unrealistic to me. I was like, this could never happen in real life. The garbage, the audacity, okay, the caucasity to think that you could show up to somebody's house. Then you accused of killing this man's wife, and you show up to this man's house, child. And so he begs, and the man let him in the door. I said never. It could never happen in real life, but I'm going to go with the story. So he begs him to let him in the door, and and the man let him in the door. I don't know the daddy name, child. The man let him in the door. So Miguel sitting at the table, child, he walked right up to Miguel. I know Miguel is looking at him like, if you don't get your damn hand off of me, poor tear just fall down Miguel. I just feel so bad for poor Miguel. So he goes and touches him, and the man is like, hey, don't touch him or whatever. So he tells Miguel to get up and go to the other room because he starts to say, you know, I'm so sorry about what happened to your mom. And, you know, I just want to let you know that I didn't do it. You know, you need to know that I didn't do it. And Miguel is just crying, child. He tell him to go in the room and put your headphones on. So he comes in there and he was like, listen, he needed to hear that because, you know, he needed to know that I didn't do that. I crossed some boundaries or whatever, but I didn't kill his mother. And Jonathan says, you know, listen, I'm desperate, so, you know, I got, you know, so my man is about to go out the window. Like, I know that, you know, she was a little throwed off. Wasn't she a little crazy? He was like, listen, you're not about to come up in here and be assassinating my wife character. Okay, you got me messed up. I know that you're grieving because I'm grieving the same way. And so he says, so I need for you to do some things. I need for you to believe me, and I need for you to stay away from my wife. And he was like, oh, like you stayed away from my wife? I was like, uh-oh. And so then we hear the baby crying. So he's like, do you want to come in? So Jonathan proceeds to walk through these people's house some more. Okay, I was like, wow, you just walking all up and through people's house? You don't do that, y'all. That's not something that I do. I don't go in people's house that I don't know and just be walking all through their house without they express permission that I can do so. Okay, like what? So he walking all through these people's house to the back, and the man is like, do you want to hold a baby? Do you want to feed your daughter? I'm like, what the fuck is... What is this? Like, what show is this? Like, who does this? So he takes the baby, he feeding the baby, and he's like, have you seen the baby before? Now, Miguel's sitting right here, child. He's talking about, you seen the baby? He like, yeah, I seen the baby. You held the baby? Oh, yeah, I touched the baby. This seems to surprise the husband because I guess he thought he hadn't seen the baby before. And he was like, you know, the baby's beautiful. And then they both talk about how the baby's beautiful. And he's like, I'm trying to love her, but it's hard to love her or whatever. I'm trying really hard, and I'm going to keep trying, but it's really hard. And he's like, well, do you want me to take her? So you think you finna bring a baby home to Grace's house? That's what you think you about to do? When you bring the baby home to Grace's house, how much do y'all want to bet that Henry gonna pop a gasket because somebody about to steal his thunder? So y'all already know that Henry gonna have a problem with this. You ain't saying nothing to nobody. You have the... Oh, listen. I'm over it. He's back in the office with Fitzgerald. He's screaming and hollering. She's screaming at him like, what the absolute hell is wrong with you? You really thought you was going to get this man to think that you didn't kill his damn wife. You didn't bust his wife's head to liquefy. What the hell? That's witness tampering. The express terms of your bail is you're supposed to stay away from these people. He was like, okay, fine. I'm sorry. I apologize. So what's next? And she was like,
You are a sociopath.
He's crazy. She was like, wow, I see how it happens now. You put a spell on people. She was like, yes, now I know what I'm going to do. We're going to get up and we're going to win this shit. We're going to make the people see you like you see you. That's what we're going to do. And she gets right in his face. And she was like I see you. And so like she was hitting on him a little bit. And he was like, he didn't bite her. He didn't bite. And he was like, did I pass the test? And she was like, barely. You know, you'd have been on and popping. You know you was a hoe. And you know you would have got this. Okay, but now your life is on the line. So you barely passed the test, hoe. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to make this paper because this about to be the case of the lifetime. Oh, he also said that he not going to take no plea deal. He got to plead, you know, he plead not guilty, period. He don't care what she say. Grace tells her father she never wanted the perfect life. She just wanted to be happy and like have a happy family. And he's like, listen, me and your mama wasn't never happy. I just got to tell you, I can't hold it no more. Okay, so I cheated on your mama a lot. I cheated on her over and over and over and over and over again. Because she's like, no, you were faithful. You loved her. You bought her gifts. Like, you did things for her. Like, you showered her. And he was like, yeah, that's because I cheated on her a lot. And so I bought her gifts because I felt guilty about cheating on her. And so, you know, she never even wore the jewelry that I bought her. You know, I'm sure she felt like it was a prison. So, you know, I don't want you to hang your whole image on marriage of what me and your mama had, because I was a trash-ass husband. Maybe that's why I didn't like Jonathan, because I saw a lot of himself in me. I saw that he was trash from the moment I met him, child. So I just want to let you know that. And she gets so upset and she slams the table and she's like, how stupid do you think I am? Girl, you real stupid. We think that you're very stupid, okay? I saw that some people in the comments think that she has like a personality disorder maybe or something like that. That's why she's, you know, she can't remember what's going on. So that could be a possibility too. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? We also saw that Henry was eavesdropping on the conversation. Like I said, I feel like Henry got something else going on with him, okay? And I want to know, honey. I want to know. So then we see Jonathan on TV. Oh, I forgot to say that when Jonathan and Fitzgerald were talking, she did say that she wanted him to go on TV to have a direct line to the public without being subject to cross. That was part of her legal strategy. So now he's going to be on TV. He's doing an interview, and so he's doing an interview with Connie Chung. Okay, my girl, Connie Chung. So, Jonathan puts on the charm. You know, he puts it on, the real sympathetic Prince charm. And he says he wants people to see the truth and, you know, to see that he's flawed and that he doesn't pass himself off as honorable because he cheated on his wife and, you know, he, like, destroyed his family. And so he knows that he's wrong for that. You see that Grace and Henry and Sylvia and her daughter and Franklin are all watching this on TV. And he says that, you know, he's not a killer. And she says, okay, well, let's take your version of events. You say you came up on her, you found that she was dead. And he was like, yeah, I ran because, you know, I felt like I could have been the cause of her death. Not because I killed her, but because I had made love to her. You know, somebody could have killed her in a fit. You know, he kept saying he. So I think he's going to accuse like the husband or somebody else, like another man, of doing it. It could be just like something to throw us off or whatever. But he did say he. He was like, he killed her, you know, could have gotten jealous, could have saw something or whatever. So I felt guilty. And obviously, you know what I'm saying, I look guilty because my DNA all over the damn place is what he really wanted to say. So like they go through this thing with the police. No, the police, they made mistakes, you know, even though they did a great job, they could have overlooked some things, and you know, they could be like tunnel vision just on him. She says, well, you're trying to pass yourself off as a victim. And he says, no, I'm not a victim or whatever, but I think everybody forgets that, you know, I lost someone that I love too. And we can see that this really hurt Grace. It would have hurt me too. I mean, that's embarrassing for your husband to get on TV and say that he lost somebody he loved, the person that he accused of murdering, that he had a baby with or whatever, like, and you his wife. So like, child, that's a mess. So she was like, you know, very hurt by this, obviously. And he starts that fake crying shit out. He was like, that he was doing everything he could. Like, I felt like he was pinching himself or pinching his balls or something to try to make himself cry, child, because he was like, I was like, child, ain't a tear fell from his eye, talking about lost someone he loved, and even though he's convicted, you know, he's accused of killing her, he's still in grief. She says, well, are you suggesting that someone else can have done this? And he says, well, yes, I think I might have an idea of who could have done this. And the episode goes off. I was like, uh-oh. So, I don't know, y'all. Who y'all think did it, honey? I don't know. But Nicole is giving me wilting white woman, and I am here for her. Okay? She is giving me wilting rich white woman because her wig, is that her hair? Or is that a wig? I think it's a wig. But it's everything. Okay? HBO be having the bomb wigs, y'all. They be having the good wigs on HBO. So, yes, baby. I'm enjoying this season. It is a mystery. Mr. Jonathan is pure basura trash. Pure, absolute, unadulterated trash. You hear me? So I want to hear your thoughts on this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will holler at you guys next week.